Good morning, good morning, good morning, good midday. How you guys doing? Yeah, today kicks off National Early Signing Day, which is really not early for anybody who pays attention. It used to be early. Now it is the main signing day. Yes, Lou texted and said he was on his way to play pickleball with his brand new Georgia Bulldogs pickleball paddle that I bought him for Christmas. I'm playing tonight. I'm actually playing tonight. And it's going to be cold. I don't know if they go, I don't know if I don't know where Lou's dad plays, if it's an indoor court or an outdoor court, but I'm playing outdoors, so it's going to be cold. Good for the, what, the cold weather's good for the lungs? Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I mean, I've got like a long sleeve athletic, like, I don't know what material it is, but it's really warm. So I'll be fine. What's up, B. Pratt? It's been cold here. I mean, for South Carolina. I mean, it's got down below freezing every night this week. We don't really have a fall here. It goes straight from summer to winter. Like, there might be a couple days with fall weather, but it pretty much goes from hot as shit to cold as shit, like overnight. Yes, I'm a Canic guy. I got 3 Canics. And there's a couple more I want. But yes, I'm a Canic guy. Why, do you have one? I have not shot in the Prime. I've got the original MC9. The Prime is probably the best pistol they've ever made. It's one of the only guns you can get that you don't need to put a single dollar into once you get it. There's all the upgrades you would normally pay for are already on the gun. But no, I haven't shot it, but I want one. In the 80s here for the past few weeks. Oh, you're in Florida, yeah. Yeah, I've got the Midday SFT, which is probably my favorite gun that I have. I've got the TP9 Elite SC, and I've got the MC9. And also, Smith & Wesson is probably my second favorite. But Canic and Smith & Wesson are probably my 2 favorite companies. So I'm right there with you. Nicholas, what's up? Well, Pete, I was wrong. Clemson was able to beat South. Yeah, we were both wrong, buddy. We were both. I've never been so happy to be wrong in my life. But it's funny. I posted a clip. So you guys know I do the State of the Fan Address videos every week. Every Sunday after Clemson games. And anyway, I cut a clip out of there about Adam Randall and running the ball, which has been a theme of that video that I do every week all year long. Anyway, I posted that clip on Twitter, and Adam Randall saw it and retweeted it, which I thought was interesting because, not because he, I mean, obviously I was showing him love and he appreciated it, but half of that clip of that video is me throwing the coaches under the bus, talking about how the fuck they don't know what the fuck they're doing, and he liked it and retweeted it. But I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. He's not going to be there next year. But that, to me, that kind of says something that he feels the same way I feel. He wasn't getting the ball enough. There also is a word on the street. That Garrett Riley has been informed he's not going to be there next year. Now, I cannot confirm that. It's a trust me, bro source. One of those things. But I have heard that. I've heard that Garrett Riley already knows he's not going to be the coordinator next year, and they just haven't made an official announcement yet. So. I hope that's true. That's all I can tell you. Maybe Kentucky will take Billy Napier. The more important question is, who the fuck is going to Penn State? Who is Penn State getting? I mean, there's been a bunch of firings and people are hiring coaches left and right. Penn State's still sitting with their dick in their hand. They got turned down by BYU's coach. I mean, I don't know, man. We talked about this last night on the ACC show. It's Trust Me Bro is a great... Yeah, the Trust Me Bro podcast would be... that. You know what? You're right. That would be a good name of a podcast. The Trust Me Bro podcast. Welcome, everybody, to the Trust Me Bro podcast. I'm your host, PigskinPeete. And all I can say is, trust me, bro. Yeah, that was a name that was brought up last night. Brian Kelly. I don't know. If I were Brian Kelly, I might pull an Ed Orgeron and just disappear for 5 years. And LSU finally caved and decided to pay him his buyout, well, because they had to. And so he's getting paid. I saw the numbers. It's insane. They're paying him over 6 years, I think. They're paying him like $136,000 a week. A week for the next 6 years. So, can you imagine making $136,000 a week for 6 years and not even having to work? That's crazy. Yeah, I heard about the crumble cookie guy, yeah. Yeah. Lane Kiffin will hire Coach Orgeron as DC. Yeah, I don't know if I'd do that. Honestly, I mean, Orgeron hasn't coached a single game in 5. He's been laid up on some beach in some hot tub with some 25-year-old bitches for the past 5 years. I don't know that he's really primed to be coaching right now. You know what I mean? Coach Theron is too busy trying to get on as a coach for the best Waterboy movie. I'm just really interested to see what's going to happen with Penn State. They dropped the ball. And Florida State dropped the ball too, but they don't have a choice. They don't have that money to pay out Mike Norvell. I knew who you meant. I used context clues and I figured it out. Yeah. All right, guys. Let's get this shit show started. Should we? Shall we? Is it should we or shall we? I don't know. English wasn't always my best subject in school. But I do know how the difference between your, and there, and there. So at least there is that. At least I learned something in school. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Good. I think it's shall we. I think that's right.
Yeah, I think so too. That sounds better. But you know, they say ain't a word, but I say ain't all the time.
Yeah, I think ain't's in the dictionary now. I mean, it's a slang
Well, there's
word.
a lot of words in the dictionary that aren't really words because you know how people are these days.
Let me ask you a question.
All right.
No, I don't have any questions. I was just thinking about you talking about Orgeron. I don't think Orgeron could coach outside of Louisiana or Mississippi because of his accent.
Yeah.
I just don't think anybody would want to take him.
I don't know why anybody would want him anyway. I mean, and it's not because I don't like Ed Orgeron. I think he's my spirit animal. This guy doesn't give a fuck, dude. You know what I mean?
I loved Orgeron.
Yeah, I like him too. But I don't know that I want him coaching for my team at this point. I mean, he's been out of coaching for 5 years, or since 2020, right?
Yeah.
So I don't. I mean, this guy's been laying every week. He's tweeting out pictures with him with some other 25 or 30-year-old blonde chick in a hot tub or in a bed. I mean, this guy's just been drinking tequila and getting pussy for the past 5 years. I don't really think he's primed to be coaching right now.
God bless him. Yeah, yay for Orgeron. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing one of the videos. These college students were at a bar and Orgeron was there, and they were kind of fucking with him. And he got up like he was going to whip all their asses.
Yeah, he's a big man too.
Oh, he is a big guy. Yeah. And I think he could take them all on. And they got real quiet after that. But no, I would not want to mess with Ed Orgeron.
I wouldn't mess with anybody with a neck that size. When you look at,
he should get with the UFC. He'd be great in a cage fight.
When you look at somebody and you see a neck that size, that's somebody you just don't fuck with. I promise you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I see your title of the show is "Committee as a Joke."
Yeah.
What you got there, Pete?
Well, I mean, I got a lot of problems with the committee. I just think that every time they need to get this guy off the air, the commissioner, after they do these rankings, to try to explain why they ranked him where they were, because it just makes them look even worse. They'd be better off. You know how when when you get interrogated by the police for a possible crime, the best thing to do is just keep your fucking mouth shut. That's what they need to be doing. Is just keep their mouth. They just need to put the rankings out and shut up. Yep. Because every time they say something dumb. Now, I mean, there's a lot going on, but one thing in particular is that Notre Dame was ranked ahead of Alabama. Okay. Yep. And Notre Dame fans are mad at me because I think Miami should be ranked ahead of them, but I'm stumping for Notre Dame here. Okay, so just based on what the committee's saying, it doesn't matter how I feel about the teams. The committee said a week ago that Notre Dame deserved to be ranked ahead of Alabama.
Yeah.
They both had games this weekend. Alabama played Auburn. They had a little bit of a struggle win there. Notre Dame goes on the road against their rival, Stanford. They play every year for the past 100 years. They beat the absolute living tar out of them. And Alabama jumps Notre Dame. So, And his explanation afterwards was just, it was even dumber than the move that they made. He's like, well, did you see that play call in the fourth quarter by Alabama? That was a really good play call. It's like, what? What are you talking about?
They're going to start doing it by the handsome looks of the players.
Yeah.
Who's the most handsome team?
It's just
I like the hairstyle on that quarterback there. Chambliss. Yeah,
they just say dumb shit, and it's clear to me that they're trying to do everything they can do to make sure that Alabama gets in the playoffs, even if they lose the SEC championship. But which, by the way, I think they should.
Well, yeah, I think it should be in the playoff, not necessarily. Look, it's going to be down to the Alabama-Georgia game in the SEC conference and who will be bumped up. Hell, Alabama could jump and be in the top 4 for all practical purposes. With this committee thinking here, because they like to put Alabama up there and Notre Dame. They got to be those 2 power teams. Must be in the rankings some damn where. And Georgia always gets. Georgia got what was it last year, where we should have been bumped up a little bit more, and we weren't, and they fucked us, and it was like, okay, all right.
It's just the fact that they're not consistent with their message. So if you're a team out there and you're trying to figure out what do we need to do to move up this week, you don't know because it changes every week.
Right. So you know what I love about Kirby Smart? Kirby doesn't give a shit. I mean, he may say something every once in a while, but as far as rankings go, he's just like, hey, we want to play football. We want to play good football. I mean, he said, does the SEC championship matter to anyone anymore? I mean, he laid it out.
Well, he's right about that.
What's that?
I agree with him. He's right about that.
Yeah, and then he also said, injuries. He said, what? So we're supposed to play scared? It's football. There's always going to be injuries.
Well, see, that's the difference between that's the difference between a elite head coach, a winning head coach, and a mediocre one or a bad one. Is that elite head coaches have a winner's mentality. And their mentality is not, I don't want to sit back and watch everybody else get beat up during championship week. The winner's mentality is, I want to go out there and win a fucking conference championship because that's what I get paid to do. That's what these players get paid to do, is win games and win championships. So the coaches out there that have the opposite mentality of that will never win anything.
Well, yeah. I mean, the coaches that will say, well, we had a lot of injuries. We got a lot of people out, this week, and that's why we didn't play as well, and la-da-da-da-da. And that's not an excuse to me. I don't think that's a piss poor excuse to use.
Do you know who, I'm sure it's people in the chat know who I'm just saying. Do you guys know who Brandon Walker is?
No, no.
Let me pull it up. Let me pull my Twitter up real quick because I forget exactly. I don't want to misquote him. Let's see here. Okay, Brandon Walker. Let me click on his profile so I can give you the accurate description of who he is if you don't know who he is. He works.
Mapleton said they vote based on who has the best stadium concessions.
So Brandon Walker, I believe, is a podcaster who works for Barstool Sports. Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Anyway.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he's a loudmouth motherfucker.
Yeah, he's a loudmouth motherfucker, which I don't care about that. But so he tweets out yesterday. He says, "Can we be honest that we're wasting 2 spots with an auto bid for the Group of 5 and the ACC champion? 2 deserving teams will be left out so that we can allow 2 teams to feel good about themselves." Now, I actually kind of agree with him on the Group of 5 thing. I think they should. I think they should have their own playoffs. But lumping the ACC in there, well, I'll tell you. I responded to him. I'll tell you exactly what I said, word for word. I said, so if UVA wins the ACC at 11-2, right now Virginia's 10-2. If they win the ACC championship, they'll be 11-2, and they'll be a conference champion. So I said, if Virginia wins the ACC at 11-2, they don't deserve to be in the playoffs. That's a question. And then there's Miami sitting on the bubble as well. I agree with you about the Group of 5 argument, but you lose me when it comes to Power 4 teams who win games. You sound like Steve Sarkisian bragging about good losses. This is the problem with this is another big problem with the committee that I have, and people like Brandon Walker's mentality is that, and this is exactly what Steve Sarkisian did after they lost, after they beat Texas A&M, but they're still sitting there on 3 losses, one of them to a bad Florida team, and he's like, well, I know we're 9-3, but look how good our losses are. And it's like, what? If you're out there bragging about your losses, I mean that's the definition of the loser's mentality that I was talking about earlier. That's the difference between people like Kirby Smart and Steve Sarkisian. Yeah. Do you believe that Kirby Smart would be on there bragging about losing to Florida?
Hell no.
No.
No, he would be. But, hey, we got things to do. We got to get better.
The idea, though, to me, though, that because of the perception of the ACC, that a team, let me ask you a question, and I know the answer to this question already. If Clemson was sitting there at 10-2, going into the ACC championship game and finished the season 11-2 as ACC champs, would anybody say that Clemson shouldn't be in the playoffs?
No. I don't think so.
But they say that about Virginia because they're not used to seeing Virginia in that situation.
Well, yeah, that's exactly it. They're not one of these top-tier teams that's always there. They don't have the heritage of a winning college football team. And I think that's what the committee looks at too, is heritage, which I think, in a sense is bullshit. I mean, of all people, I heard say this about, college football being the wild, wild west with the transfer portal and all that shit. I heard Matt Ryan say, why is it that college football, which if anyone thinks that college football is amateur, well, they're just, that's crazy, okay? Because these are premier players that play in college football, especially in the Big Ten, the SEC, all of them, okay? He said, why in the NFL, he said, there's rules, okay? You can be a free agent at a certain period of time.
Yeah, the calendar is really screwed up between the recruiting calendar, the transfer portal calendar, yes, and the academic and the playoff calendar and the academic calendar. They all interject with each other and make it almost impossible to navigate. And I saw a video yesterday with you. Of course, you know who Bill Cowher is, a legendary Steelers coach for a million years.
Oh, that's the one I saw. Yeah, boy, he gave shit to Lane Kiffin. Did you see that?
Yeah,
one?
He gave shit to Lane Kiffin, and he talked about just all those problems that I talked about that the NFL doesn't have as far as the calendar goes.
Right. Right.
And so he even said, basically, he's like, he's like, I don't know why anybody would want to be a college coach as opposed to an NFL coach right now. It's an impossible job.
Exactly. That's exactly. And Matt kind of backed him up on that, saying, the NFL has rules, and why can't college football maybe just look at the NFL? They don't have to be the NFL, but look at what they've done. And maybe put this wild, wild west shit to bed with this transfer portal and NIL. I mean, look, let's be honest. Lane Kiffin went to fucking LSU because he's going to get $25 million to spend on NIL.
Yeah. And a $100 million contract. Top of that.
Yeah. Well, plus a $100 million contract. That's true. But he knows he can buy a team now. He can buy whatever the hell he wants as far as players go. And I heard Cowher say this too on that. He said, I don't blame Ole Miss for letting him go, because he was going to.
Yeah, I don't blame him either.
Rape and pillage, all the coaches there, and including the team members there too. But for Lane, I don't know. I think
the thing about it was when he was explaining the way the NFL coaching firings and hirings work, he's like, if you're a team going into the playoffs, there's not this constant thing going on while that you are in a postseason situation and you are interviewing with other teams. He said that just does not exist in the NFL. It doesn't happen. So. That's a big problem with college football is I mean, when you got teams that fire their coaches earlier in the season in week 7, week 6, week 8, whatever, they're looking for the next replacement immediately, and they don't care if they've got to go poach somebody from a team that's in the playoffs like Ole Miss. I mean, it's a race to get. It's a race. I mean, Florida's out there trying to get Lane Kiffin. I'm sure they got a call from Arkansas. I'm sure you got a call from Penn State. I mean, so you're competing with 4 or 5 other schools to try to get this guy. So I don't blame LSU in this thing either. It's just the way the system is broken.
It is, very much so. And that's up to the NCAA to do something about it. I mean, it's time for them to do something about this shit. But they're not. They won't.
Yeah.
Yoda, I agree. Matt Ryan, I disagree with you, Matt. Yoda says Matt Ryan sucks. Yeah, he was a part of that Super Bowl bad loss. But Matt Ryan, back in the day, was a hell of a quarterback. I mean, he could sling the ball 90 freaking yards.
Also, Matt Ryan doesn't play defense. He's not the one that let the Patriots come back.
Right.
And score all those points.
It wasn't Matt Ryan's fault. He put up the points on that game. No, I don't blame Matt Ryan for that loss by any means. Matt Ryan had no offensive line the entire damn time he was with the Atlanta Falcons. You know what an offensive lineman would always say to Matt? I'm sorry I missed that. Sorry I missed that block, Matt. Sorry. You know, that was what he dealt with. And, you know, why I'm amazed he's not concussed. You know, I mean,
yeah.
Oh, I want to bring up something, and I know it's clickbait, okay, and I didn't really read it, but it was just a headline that says Kirby Smart is not the great elite coach, according to Urban Meyer. Urban fucking Meyer.
Are you sure that Urban Meyer really? Are you sure Urban Meyer really said that? Can somebody confirm that? I find it hard to believe that he would say that, unless they have some sort of bad blood between the two of them.
I think it was clickbait.
Okay.
I just don't think Urban Meyer would say shit like
well,
that.
I mean, if there's a video of it, I'd like to watch it.
Yeah, if there is something like that, but I don't believe that is the case. But I saw it and I went, oh, come on, give me a break. You know, it always, you know, if you go on social media anywhere, you're going to find this shit that has a big headline that's just absolute pure asinine bullshit.
Yeah, you got to you got to look into it. All Urban Meyer said was the 3 best coaches were Ryan Day, Kirby, and Dabo. Yeah. Well, that doesn't sound bad.
Well, you know what? That's pretty damn good. Yeah, that is. I mean, if you look at it, yeah. And hey, Penn State, I've thought about that. You know, Penn State to me still has a little shit taint on them. I mean, they really do, all because of the Joe Paterno shit and, you know, the raping and the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
So I know it's been years that happened, but I don't think I'd want to go to Penn State and coach.
Yeah, it just depends on your situation. If you are a blue chip coach, if you're like a Lane Kiffin type who everybody wants, I don't think I'd want to go there. But if you're a coordinator somewhere and you're trying to get your foot in the door as a head coach, of course you'd want to go there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know who I would think, you know, if your offensive coordinator is leaving, who is the dream job you would want to be your Clemson offensive coordinator?
Well, we're about to be in that situation now, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question, but I've seen a lot of Clemson fans wanting Chip Kelly, which I don't think would be terrible.
You know, if you could wrangle someone from the NFL, you know who I would suggest? Todd Monken.
Sure, I'd take Todd Monken.
Damn right. He was a great offensive coordinator for Georgia. I mean, I think that's why Stetson Bennett was so successful with Georgia.
I'd take Todd Monken. I'd take Joe Brady.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of guys. There's a lot of really good offensive coaches out there.
Yeah.
You know.
But Garrick's not one of them.
I don't think so. I'm not saying he's a bad coach or anything. I just don't think he's at the level that Clemson needs to be at right now.
Right.
You know.
I got you. By the way, I watched your stream with South Carolina Gamecocks. Mm-hmm. Man, I loved how you went off at the very end.
Yeah.
You went off.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, go get them, Pete.
Yeah.
No. I'm sure Gamecock fans troll you, and troll you probably all season long. But,
yeah, so that's the thing is I've been doing that back and forth with Gamecock fans my entire life, way before I was ever on YouTube. You know, only difference now is it's on camera.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, I mean, it is what it is. To the victor goes the spoils. You know what I mean? Last year, Clemson lost to South Carolina. I tipped my cap to the Gamecock fans and the jackpot and everybody else, and said, "Look, you say what you want. You deserve. You won. Give it to me. I'll take it. I'll take my whipping. But when the shoe's on the other foot, you better believe I'm gonna deliver an ass whipping."
You certainly did,
Yeah.
man. You know, with all the birds and the fingers and fuck you, South Carolina, fuck you. I was like, yeah, Pete, you know, you were on a roll.
Yeah.
Anyway, so who, I'm just asking, okay, you know who I'm pulling for, but who would you see winning the SEC championship? It's a tough call, isn't it?
I know it is, especially since
Georgia's only a 2.5 point favorite.
I know Georgia lost to Alabama, and they've lost to them the past couple times in a regular season that they've met. But if you look at the season as a whole, Georgia's been way more consistent than Alabama.
Yes.
Alabama's up and down, up and down. But it does seem like every time they play Georgia, they play their best game of the year. So there is that.
They do.
That's a tough game to figure out.
Ty Simpson was on fire that first half with Georgia during the regular season, although Alabama didn't score the second half at all. Gunnar Stockton's got to be on fire. He wasn't against Georgia Tech. That was the worst game I've seen him play all season long. You know, thank God we have a running game, because that was it. I mean, that was a running game, and we had a struggle win against Georgia Tech. But I mean, look, we played Georgia Tech and went into 8 overtimes last year. Georgia Tech has a pretty damn good team.
Yeah, I think James in the comment section is pretty right. I think so. If you ask me who I think is a better team now as opposed to when they met the first time of the season, I think Georgia's playing better football now than they were when they lost to Alabama. Yeah, I think Alabama is playing about the same as what they were. I don't think they've gotten any better over the season.
Yeah.
So I probably would take Georgia here, but.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
I mean, I won't bet on it though, because every time I bet on Georgia or against them, I lose. So.
Oh well, because Georgia never covers the spread.
Or if I bet them to lose against the spread, then they actually do cover the spread. So every time I make a bet on Georgia, either way, I lose.
Yeah.
So I just can't win with them.
Jay said Kirby is only contracted by Bama boosters to lose once a year when they play.
That's good. That's good.
Come on, Pete. Now we're going to lose. Yeah, you don't want me picking Georgia, because every time I pick Georgia, they lose. That is true. So the best thing for y'all is for me to pick Alabama. Is that what y'all want me to do?
Alabama, or just be neutral. How about that, Pete?
All right. Roll Tide.
Oh Lord. Oh man. Yeah, it's always a struggle win. It always is, but hey, we'll see. Maybe Georgia will just show up and beat the living shit out of Alabama, which I hope they do. I hope it's not a struggle win, but we'll see, or a struggle loss. We'll see.
I would like to see a good game, because I don't have a dog in the fight. No pun intended.
Yeah, I'd like to see a good game. I mean, I think it will be a good game.
I think so too.
Yeah. I mean, Duke, Virginia at 8 that on Saturday, and what's the other conference? Big Ten, I guess.
Yeah, well, all of them. The ACC. So the Big Ten championship and the ACC championship are both on at 8 o'clock. Which early spoiler, I will be streaming that time slot. So we'll watch Ohio State and Indiana, and we'll watch not Clemson. Freudian slip there. We'll watch Virginia and Duke in the ACC.
Now, what if Indiana beats Ohio State?
That's very possible.
Yep. So what happens with Ohio State? Do you think they stay in the top 4?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it depends on what happens with these other games, but
Right.
I don't think Ohio State. I don't think either one of those teams is dropping out of the top 4. I mean, it might if Georgia wins, because Georgia's ranked so much higher than Alabama right now. If Georgia wins and Ohio State loses, Georgia might take the number 1 spot.
Yep.
And Ohio State, Indiana will stay at 2, and Ohio State will probably drop down to 3.
Yeah.
But the top 5 is probably pretty much solidified here. It just starts getting real hairy when you get into the 10, 11, and 12, and 13, and 14 range. Because you've got 9. You've got Alabama at 9, Notre Dame at 10, BYU at 11, Miami at 12, Texas at 13, and Vanderbilt at 14. Vanderbilt has been at 14 for 4 weeks, and they've won 4 straight games in a row, which is weird.
I know, and that's bullshit too. See that there it is. Another team that doesn't have the heritage of winning. I mean, they've always had the heritage of losing, and now they have a really good team this year. And got to give Diego Pavia the damn kudos, man. That quarterback has been.
My question is, how in the fuck is Vanderbilt behind Texas?
Yes,
that doesn't make any sense at all.
Because Arch Manning.
Whatever.
That's it.
I'm not even sure Texas should be in the top 15. To be honest with you, I'd put Vanderbilt ahead of them. I'd put Utah ahead of them. Even with the same record, 9-3, I'd probably put Southern Cal ahead of them.
Yeah,
they should be all the way down at like 16 or 17. Texas should be.
Again, you know what I think it is? That Texas was predicted to be the number 1 team this year, and they turned sour on that.
Well, yeah, they got the Notre Dame got the benefit of the doubt too. Do you remember back? And this was the AP poll. It wasn't the CFP because it was too early in the season. But Notre Dame, going into week 3 of this season, had 0 wins. They were 0-2, and they were still ranked.
Because they're Notre Dame.
Right. It's because they had them ranked in the top 4 or 3 or 4 or whatever it was to start the season out. So they just kept, they dropped them 6 or 7 spots every time they lost. But if you're going into week 3 and you haven't won a football game yet, I don't see how you justify being in the top 25. That doesn't make any sense.
The committee loves Rudy. They love the movie Rudy. That's God, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But again, I think it is heritage. Okay. Well, they've been a winning team, and so they look at that. You can't do that. I mean, really, seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why why do we need a committee to pick out who's going to win and all that? I think again that we should look at how the NFL portrays their season. Although they play 17 regular season games now, but how they set up their the wild card guys and this and that, and then the playoffs, and then
they can change the calendar.
Yeah.
I mean, they can move it. We don't have to start on September 1st every year. We can start on August 1st. I mean, I don't know why we can't. I mean, the kids are back in school by then, aren't they? I mean, when does whatever, the first week or second week of August?
Normally mid-August, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the players are there before that anyway because they've got fall practice.
Right.
So there's no reason why they can't have these games start several weeks earlier than they're starting. And that way it doesn't put us into a situation where we're going into late January for the national title.
Right.
That was another thing that was that Bill Cowher that said that? I can't remember. It might have been somebody else. It was maybe
had a lot to say. I was like, damn, go get him. I mean, he was all over.
Oh, I know who it was. It was the Texas Tech head coach. He was talking about how screwed up the calendar was, and he's like, look, there's really no reason we can't start this season or a little bit earlier. And so that it doesn't conflict with signing day. I mean, you got teams right now who are trying to recruit, like Georgia, and all these other teams that are playing for a conference championship this week. You got signing day today.
Yeah,
it's like, I mean,
it's a lot to juggle. It's a lot for a college football coach to juggle.
You're trying to prepare for possibly your biggest game of the season, and you've got to worry about signing day, recruiting.
Yeah.
So it's just. I think it could be fixed. The problem is that it all comes down to TV revenue in the end. And so the TV schedule is more important than how it affects everybody's lives outside of TV. And so that's why things don't change. I mean, it's hard to change a sports schedule because of the way that TV is laid out and the way that it interacts with other sports, like the NFL and like baseball and like NBA. So these networks, and I don't blame them, are trying to optimize their viewership, and they don't want to be competing against themselves for views or for ad revenue.
Right.
So.
Right. Yep, that's a thing for them to toss up and down too. The TV networks. You're right.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, I will say this: I think ABC and ESPN was smart as hell to pick up the SEC after CBS didn't want to pay. I guess what the SEC was asking for in television rights.
Yeah.
But because I think they have made their money 2 times or 3 times over in picking up the SEC. So, with that, I know people are going to, doubt me with this, but the SEC is still pretty damn well the best conference out there. Okay, Big Ten probably second. I know Big Ten people that will say, "Oh no, Ohio State and Michigan." No, I don't believe that. I think SEC's always been hard.
I think it changes every year. I think the SEC this year is the deepest conference, for sure.
Yeah. But the ACC, now I want to tell you something. I think the ACC is really coming along pretty damn strong as of late, too.
Yeah, they didn't have a great year this year. But a lot of that was because you had Florida State was down bad, Clemson was down bad. And you had some teams like Louisville and SMU who just started out strong and then sort of fizzled off at the end. So, I don't know. But I think the SEC is the deepest conference. If you want to talk about a conference I thought had a really good year that kind of shocked me was the Big 12. And I think the Big 10 is just very, very top heavy. They've got, 3 elite teams maybe, right? Indiana, Ohio State, and Oregon.
Yep.
And then a group of some pretty good teams. The bottom half of the Big 10 is pretty fucking bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This year, I mean, surprisingly, I mean, the losing teams like Vanderbilt, showed up this year. Now, will they show up next year? I don't know if Diego Pavia's he's a senior or what, or will he be playing next year or not? I'm not sure.
No, he's not playing next year. He had to get some kind of special waiver to play this year, I think. So he's definitely going to enter the draft.
Who will pick him up, you wonder? I mean, he's not necessarily looks like an NFL caliber player, just because of height, more or less. Mm-hmm. And he's got that Johnny Manziel feel to him, and we know how Johnny Manziel turned out.
Yeah, well, Johnny Manziel was an alcoholic and a drug addict. I don't think Pavia is.
No, I was just about to say that. Yeah. Manziel was a drug addict and an alcoholic.
Yeah.
I mean, Manziel confessed that he was drinking while he was playing.
Yeah, he's talking about going out and doing coke till 3:00 in the morning the night before a game in Cleveland. Yeah.
I know. Hey, win at home, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm sure he had some amazing stories to tell.
He does. I've seen him on a podcast, and he's fessed up to everything he did. I mean, it doesn't make him a better person, I guess. But yeah.
No, I mean, he was living a rock star life as a NFL player. I mean, it's funny. Don't you ever think it's funny, Scott, that when rock stars and musicians do this kind of thing, we kind of celebrate it, but when anybody else does it, we call them a loser. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not. I don't know what I would do, but I do know what my mentality was when I was 18, 19, 20 years old. And if somebody handed me essentially a blank check at 20 years old and say you're about to be make tens of millions of dollars a year now, I can't promise you that I wouldn't be with Johnny Manziel type and be out till 3 o'clock in the morning.
It would be tempting. Absolutely. It would be tempting. I mean, the pussy, you would get all of that. I mean, all of that combined.
That's what I'm saying.
And, you know, with pussy comes cocaine.
Yeah. Yeah, and vice versa.
It's kind of comes in all in one package, you know?
Yeah.
Pussy, cocaine.
Yeah, so I'm not hating on him.
Alcohol.
I mean, now, having said that, I wouldn't want somebody like that to be the quarterback of my team because but I also, just from a human standpoint, I get it. I understand.
Absolutely, I get it too.
Yeah.
And you're right. The rock stars, they get a pass.
Yeah, they get a pass. They get celebrated for it.
Yep.
They're like, oh man, did you guys hear that great story about so and so? He did fucking all this heroin in one night, and he had 18 hookers, and and it was like they're congratulating him for it.
Right.
It's weird.
Well, Stevie Nicks was told by a doctor, this was years ago, that if she did any more cocaine, because she had just totally destroyed her sinuses, and if she did any more cocaine, it was going straight to her brain and would kill her.
Yeah.
So she finally gave it up. But talk about a cocaine whore, man, she was something else.
Right.
Not being a whore per se, she was a whore for the cocaine. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But yep, all celebrated, all like, hey, well, you know, they lived through that lifestyle.
Well, a lot of them did. A lot of them didn't. You know what I mean? A lot of them didn't live. A lot of them died young. But the one that really surprises me the most is what's his name from the Rolling Stones?
Jagger or Keith Richards?
Yeah, Keith Richards. Well, both of them, really. I mean, what is he?
Yeah, how the hell is Keith Richards still alive is beyond me.
Yeah, exactly.
You hear all the rumors that he is getting blood transfusions once a month or something.
Yeah, he gets new blood every month from like a fucking 4-year-old or something.
Right. I mean, and I think he still smokes cigarettes, and I don't know. Now, where Jagger is just the opposite. Jagger like exercises and
Jagger's the one that's still on the stage jumping around like he's 20 again.
Right.
He's all ripped and.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're still touring. I don't get it. I mean, it was like, I would think, guys, I think you made enough money. I think you ought to just kind of, enjoy the spoils there.
Yeah. And then you got the opposite of that. Have you seen Axl Rose lately? Holy shit.
No.
God.
I've seen pictures of him where has he gotten tubby? Is that
Oh,
what
yeah.
you're
He's
saying?
fat and bald and just looks like what you thought somebody who drank that much and did that much drugs in the 80s would look like. That's what he looks like.
Oh my God!
He's like, let me see if I can find a picture of him. He's unrecognizable. He doesn't look anything like Axl Rose at all.
Complete doping asshole too. Well, he was always an asshole, but he just turned worse. He worked on some solo album for like almost a decade or 2 decades, and I don't know if he finally released it or not. But it sucked. Is what I was told. It was horrible.
Yeah, I saw a video the other day. Oh, come on with this bullshit. I hate when you click on something and here it is. I don't know if you can see YouTube or not. Oh, damn it. I got this paywall here. So this is him on the left here.
That's it.
This is him on the left.
With Angus? Is he with Angus?
I don't even know who that is, but at least that guy's got a hat on. He's trying to cover up how bad he looks.
Young,
Angus Young. There it is. That was in London on June 4th.
He looks like a fat woman, doesn't he? I mean, with that hair.
He does kind of look like he's, transitioning or something.
Yeah, he looks like a fat trans woman. That's what he looks like.
God bless him. He's still alive somehow.
I mean, he's even got the titties,
Angus looks like, he's been put through.
I kind of feel sorry for those guys, and I shouldn't, because I mean, they had the world was their oyster, and they made millions and millions of dollars, and what they did with that time, that's all on them. But I got to feel at this age, when you look like that, if you're out there trying to tour and make money, like, you must be broke.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he would do it, right?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Or he just wants the fame. He wants that applause.
But I mean, he went into essentially hiding for fucking 20-something years, or at least 30 years.
Yep.
You didn't hear from him. He didn't make any new music. You never saw him anywhere. And then all of a sudden, he's just now fat and broke and trying to make, I guess, get himself out of debt. I don't know. But
Well, the first album, without a doubt, was probably, one of the great rock anthem albums out there, with Welcome to the Jungle and all the hits that were on that album. But that came and went. And the second album was okay. I was never a big Guns N' Roses fan. Although, I know their songs are huge and big and everything else, they didn't resonate to me.
yeah, I'm kind of with you. I mean, they had the big hits, the Welcome to the Jungle and all that shit.
Yeah.
But I was more of a fan of Slash than I was of the band. I mean,
Absolutely. I thought Slash was a hell of a guitarist.
yeah, I mean, he's a great guitarist.
Yeah, yeah. And so, yeah. Axl was just, screaming.
Yeah.
And it wasn't much of a voice to me, per se. I mean, he was no damn Robert Plant, let's say that.
No. You could say the same thing about AC/DC, though. They just kind of screamed.
Yeah, but there's a scream with Brian Johnson, and it takes a lot to do that. I mean, when Bon Scott was their lead singer, and Brian came in and just took up the mantle and done extremely well. I love AC/DC. I think they're a great rock band. But as far as rock bands go, I know I'm old, I'm going to say this, but Led Zeppelin to me is still the pinnacle of rock bands out there. They're right on the damn Mount Rushmore of rock bands.
Oh, sure, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, there are other bands and other artists, other great guitarists. Yeah, Stevie Ray Vaughan, good God. All these people came along and came and went, but I don't know. That's the sad thing about music today for me. I am always in search of new music, but I just can't find any good new music.
It's very rare. There's and I forget the guy's name now. See, this is how new he is to me. He's had a couple of hits out there, and shit, I'm not gonna be able to remember his fucking name.
Not Teddy Swims, is it?
No. Damn it. Anyway,
rock?
Yeah, he's
country or what?
He's well, it's kind of hard to really classify what he is, honestly.
Jelly Roll?
No, not Jelly Roll. God damn it. I guess you would characterize it more as popular music. It's definitely not country.
Post Malone?
No. Anyway, it's gonna bug me now. But so anyway, my point is, every once in a while now, as far as new music goes, there's somebody that kind of emerges that's like really super talented, and you can understand that. But it seems like back in the 80s and 90s, there was an abundance of these type of people. Mm-hmm. Now it's just
there was. Yeah.
Now it's very rare to see that kind of person.
The 80s were hair bands, too. All
the
freaking hair bands that came out of the 80s. Cinderella, Poison, Guns N' Roses was considered kind of a hair band, yeah.
Twisted Sister.
Twisted Sister.
I didn't know.
The lead singer has a rock show on the radio, a weekend rock show. What is his name? D. Snyder.
D. Snyder, yeah.
Yeah, D. Snyder. Yeah, he has some sort of rock show. I've never heard it, but, good for him.
I remember that. I still remember, I can't remember how old I was, maybe 10, 11 years old, when they came out with that song that was a hit on MTV. We're not gonna take it. No, we're not gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. You remember that video, Scott? That music video?
Hey, Millis came up with one, Wasp. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
That's old. That's old school there, Millis. Wasp. Yeah, they were a hell of a rock band.
Yeah.
But
I've never heard of them, but
That video
Well,
for
there
We're
were
Not Gonna
heavy
Take It
metal bands.
is unbelievable.
L.A. Guns. I mean, Rat.
Oh, yeah.
At least I knew who. At least I knew who Twisted Sister is. But yeah.
Well, that song has been like
We're
an
Not
anthem
Gonna
on.
Take It. I'm sure everyone
Yeah.
knows that song. Yeah, and also, what is it called? I
And they
Wanna
had
Rock. You know the.
I wanna rock.
They actually used that in the
Fire.
the SpongeBob movie.
Yeah.
But instead of I Wanna Rock, they changed it to I'm a goofy girl.
Sing it, Vic.
It's the SpongeBob movie. Yeah.
You know what's funny about Dee Snider and Twisted Sister? Their music video for "We're Not Going to Take It." They used the actor who played Niedermeyer in Animal House, and had him at the same role that he played in Animal House.
Yeah.
And I thought that was great. I mean, that was fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, the 80s was all about rebellion. Like with the rock bands and even in rap, like with the Beastie Boys, they made all the songs about your parents or whatever, rebelling against your parents.
Well, it went from hair bands then to grunge, and some grunge was good. I mean, there's some Nirvana songs I really like.
Well, that was just the opposite. It was like the antithesis of hair bands. It's what it was. It's
kind of like when punk came along too. It was the antithesis of disco music, is what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, what was I going to say? I was thinking of rock bands and Nirvana. Oh shit. Oh, I remember getting in trouble. It was when Kurt Cobain killed himself. And I
don't think he killed himself.
And I said, by the way, there's a memorial golf tournament happening this weekend at Royal Del Oso Golf Course. It will be a shotgun start.
Oh, God.
Wow.
You're talking about catching grief.
I don't think Kurt Cobain killed himself. I think Courtney Love had him killed, that crazy bitch.
She is a crazy bitch.
Yeah.
I liked her. I did like her band for a minute.
Hole.
Yes, Hole. Yeah. I mean, I thought her band was pretty damn good. She wasn't worth a shit, but her band was good.
Yeah. The documentary Soaked in Bleach. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Look it up. I don't know if I'm sure it's somewhere on one of these streaming services, probably on Netflix. It's called Soaked in Bleach. It's a documentary all about Kurt Cobain's death, and the lead investigators that were on it are big time in the show. And even they admitted, actually, the police chief of the city, I guess it was in Seattle. Anyway, the police chief had to resign afterwards because even he admitted how badly he fucked up that case. That they don't believe that he killed himself.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, if you look at all the forensic evidence, it'd be virtually impossible for him to kill himself the way they said that he did.
Yeah.
So,
well, see, I've never dived into Kurt Cobain's suicide, so I know nothing about it.
There was a guy, an investigator, that was talking to Courtney Love for a long time after the death, and she didn't know she was being recorded, but he was recording every conversation he had with her. And she got caught in so many lies. She talked in circles. It's a crazy documentary. And by the end of it, I don't know how you can't come to the conclusion that she didn't have him killed.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Lou's out there playing pickleball. I tried to tell you it's a good workout.
Now, I mean, I've seen recent pictures of her, and man, she looks bad.
Yeah. And then she fucked over the entire band of Nirvana afterwards, right? Because she got the rights to all his music. and she cut them out basically of royalties. So, you know, like Dave Grohl and all those other guys, they got zero money from Nirvana for the rest of their life, which is a travesty.
Wow.
Dave Grohl wrote a lot of those songs that Kurt Cobain sang. I mean, luckily he went on and became successful in his own other band, but I mean, those other guys didn't. Not really.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, Grohl's made his money.
Yeah.
I've heard it. I'd always like to see the Foo Fighters, but someone says, all the damn Foo Fighters do is talk a shitload. All do is Dave Grohl just talks a ton during a concert.
Yeah, I mean, they've got I don't know if I want to see them live. They have some great songs, but I don't know if I could sit through 2 or 3 hours of listening to their whole everything they do. You know what? I'm not that big of a Foo Fighter fan.
Yeah,
they've got some pretty good songs,
I saw Tom Petty, and I love Tom Petty. And Tom Petty's damn show was way too long. I mean, it was like 3 hours plus.
Yeah.
I'm like, enough. Like Bruce Springsteen. I saw him in 2008, I think, here in Charleston.
Mm-hmm.
Packed the Coliseum, and it was a long damn show. I was going, okay, I'm yawning now. Let's I'm ready to go.
So we did like a lot of talking in between songs, or?
No, Bruce just plays a shitload of music, is what he does.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Yeah. So, anyhow.
Uncle Lou's in the comments section saying he needs an ambulance or an oxygen mask. He's out there playing pickleball right now, Scott.
Oh, is that what he's doing?
Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering what the hell that was about. Yeah.
Yeah. I got him a brand new Georgia pickleball paddle for Christmas, and I sent it to him early. And apparently,
I guess you should have got him a Georgia oxygen tank.
A Georgia oxygen tank. That'll be next year. I'll do that. So I guess his dad and his dad's wife play or something. So he's out there playing with them.
Wow.
But I tried to warn him.
Regular, Pete? You still playing every week?
Yeah, I'm playing tonight.
No kidding. Wow.
I play every week.
You, man.
I play every week. It's really good exercise. I try to tell people that Sea-Dog said pickleball is gay until I took him out and played pickleball and whipped his ass up and down the court and watched him huff and puff like a little bitch for 3 hours. So there was that. So people that make fun of pickleball, they ain't played it. That's why they're making fun of it.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it's a workout. Trust me.
Trying to make it like it's a senior sport. It kind of, sort of is, but it's just a different form of tennis, isn't it? More or less.
Pretty much. I mean, the rules are a little bit different, and it's just a slightly smaller court than a tennis court. But I don't know. I've played both, and I can tell you, pickleball is just as exhausting as tennis is.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet it is. So you and your sister and family still play? Is that what it is?
Yeah, we got a group of people that we play with every week. My sister's got a group of friends that she plays with, and me and my wife go, and we're actually bringing somebody new out there this week who's never played either. One of our other friends and her husband. So
nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
I bet it is, man. I need to get off my ass and do something.
Yeah.
I mean, I need to do something. Sitting around and just looking at my damn computer is not very good.
Yeah, typically not.
Yeah.
What about?
Sort of. Yeah.
I know. I mean, you like to play golf. When's the last time you played golf, Scott?
Shit, over a year.
Yeah, me too.
And see, I always take my vacation time around Christmas. So vacation time comes for me December 11th, and I got the rest of the year off. So yeah, I'm going to go hit some golf balls, maybe at Dunes West, not Dunes West. I can't think of it.
Crowfield, maybe, or
not Crowfield. It's
Legend Oaks, Myler, and somewhere.
Myler. Well, Myler doesn't have a range, does it?
I haven't been to Myler in years. They used to, I think.
I don't think they have one anymore. Damn, what is the name of that? It's a neighborhood. It's off Dorchester.
Oh, Coosaw Creek.
What is it again?
Coosaw Creek.
No, not Goosehole Creek either. No, I played at Goosehole Creek. Yeah. Damn, I can't think of it, man.
On Dorchester Road?
Yeah, off Dorchester. It's a neighborhood off Dorchester Road.
The only golf course around there I know is off Dorchester is Coosaw Creek.
It's down. Okay, it's down further down. I'll think of it later. I'm not.
Legend Oaks, but that's not It's close to Dorchester.
Yeah, I love Legend Oaks now. That's a good place to go. I mean, I didn't even think of Legend Oaks. They do have a decent golf range there. Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, man, I'm going to run out of here because I got to go run some errands and all that little shit.
Yes, sir.
Go Dogs. Take care.
Yeah. See you later, Scott.
Yeah, man. Bye.
Vic, I actually have to go too.
Oh, okay, you do?
Yeah, I gotta end show a little bit earlier today. I got some stuff I gotta go do, and then I gotta take my son to work, and then I go play pickleball. So, yeah.
Yep.
But you got a shit show today, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're doing the shit show. Yeah.
What time is that?
It's gonna be at 5.
5 o'clock. The shit show with Vic and Nate.
Yeah.
With Vic and Nate, and I shouldn't have to ask this question every week, but I do anyway. Who is this going to be on the VicTube channel? I hope it is.
Yes.
On the VicTube channel. That's where it is every week now, right?
Yeah.
All right, good. That makes it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It does. All right, Vic. Well, we'll see you at what'd you say, 5?
Yeah.
5 o'clock on the VicTube channel. There you go.
Okay.
All right. See you later, Vic. Yes, that's going to do it for me as well. Thank you for tuning in to the Midday Show today. So I did let you guys know that I've selected which time slot I'll be streaming on Saturday for the championship games. It'll be the primetime slot. I believe it's at 7:30 or 8. We'll have 2 games on. Both Virginia and Duke, the ACC championship game, and the Big Ten championship game between Ohio State and Indiana, which should be a really good game. Looking forward to that one too. So, yeah, if I don't see you between now and then, I should be back here on Friday for the Midday Show. But as far as on the other channel, Saturday at 8. So there you go. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your Wednesday. I'll see you guys soon.